section D, there, transmittal of taste through steam. So okay, so now we're going through steam. Another problem encountered when cooking foods in the oven is the issue of steam. All liquids and many foods emit steam when cooked or baked. Halachah considers steam of any liquid as having status of food. Of course, I mean you can taste for sure, like steam, like when it's like has a residue on your lid, on like a pot lid. For sure, there is it's a food. Thus, steam of non-kosher liquid is not harmless. Okay. Not harmless immaterial vapor, right? And even though like these foods that you would be allowed to eat, right? Because when in example that we said before, when you baked meat and dairy together, right? Because they were covered with a lid. Okay, maybe after the fact, no, not maybe. After the fact, you were allowed to eat, but all like since there is no steam. But if one was open, but one had a lid and one was open, we say in that case also you're allowed to eat both of the foods, right? The one that was closed, there is no problem. But the what is it? The part of the second one that had that was closed, so has the steam all around it. So you would need to kosher the vessel, the spot. Even though the food inside is good, is still after the fact is good, but from outside the utensil has a problem. So if you start washing, let's say with a sponge, and it's proper to have two different sponges, one for dairy and one for meat or for paref, right, dishes and pots. So now you start washing this pot. Let's say it was a dairy pot in a dairy sink with this dairy sponge, and it's going to get absorb this all of the meat. Guess what? Okay, from the steam. That's the problem. So one more time, all the liquids and many foods emit steam when they cooked or baked. Halachah considers the steam of any food as having status of that food, 100%. Thus, steam or non-kosher liquid is not harmless. So meaning it is harmless in a material vapor. It is actually a treif, right? And will transmit non-kosher taste and the status of anything it penetrates. So if it is a treif, if it's non-kosher food, right? For example, I'm not sure how they jump from one to another, but doesn't matter. So if it's non-kosher food, so it's going to penetrate the food for sure. Similarly, steam of milk that condenses into water is considered milk. And if this steam subsequently absorbed by meat, it is equivalent to the milk mixing with meat. So what they're talking about, for example, when you boil in milk, right, and there is like a steam, like the droplets on a lid, and they're not white, right? They clear. It's like water, right? But you know that this steam, this residue came from milk. So even though it's like water, it is water, but it is actually milk. So if this steam, like which is white, not white, which is clear as a water, goes to the meat, so it's considered to be as milk. There's the thing, and that's why, like for some years, I could not, like many years ago, I could not understand the thing. Like I was looking for creamer, right, dry creamer for coffee, but not dairy. Non-dairy creamer. So what's the problem? So and all of these creamers, like famous brands, right? They say non-dairy creamer. It's like in a big letter. So if you go search in Google, like it would say non-dairy creamer, and then you go to you see the kosher sign, it would say, for example, OUD. So OUD, how is it D if you said non-dairy? So it should be dairy or non-dairy. So right, so, and then like the different kashrut, but it would say D for dairy. And then later on, I found out that in order for this creamer to be white, they extract this whiteness from milk. So even though it is not dairy for people who have a problem like drinking milk or something, for them there is no problem, right? But for us it is a problem because it's derivative of the milk. It is milk, right? It's very interesting, right? So even though the steam looks like water, and if it came from milk, it is.